How's it going, Vault Hunters? Thanks again for stopping by. Hope everyone's having a good day. Today we continue our Far Cry 3 weapon reviews, continuing with the MP5. The MP5 is a fully automatic SMG designed for close to mid-range use. The MP5 has very high accuracy and also a very high rate of fire. You can purchase the weapon right off the beginning of the game for $900, or you can get it for free after unlocking 9 radio towers. This weapon is one of my personal favorites in the game. Like I said, it is designed for close range use, so if the enemy is far away, you're probably going to be better off using a different weapon. The weapon comes standard with 24 round magazines, and through the extended mags upgrade, you're able to have magazines of up to 30 rounds. So the next thing we'll do quickly is talk about the different upgrades for the weapon. There are 2 different sights you're able to purchase for this weapon, the first one being a red dot sight. The red dot sight is a simple scope with an illuminated red dot in the middle. This sight is designed for rapid acquisition and improved accuracy. You will generally find this scope to be a little bit more useful when the enemies are at a slightly longer range than normal. The next sight you're able to purchase for this gun is called a Reflex Sight. Instead of an illuminated red dot in the center of the scope, with this weapon you'll see an illuminated diamond. This sight, along with the red dot sight, also improves accuracy and makes target acquisition much faster. The diamond also gives you a generalized area to shoot, so as long as the target is within the diamond area, you should hit them. This is a sight that is definitely intended for close range combat. It should be noted that in terms of statistics, neither sight provides an advantage over the other, the only difference being one of them has more of an advantage at long range as opposed to the other one, which has the advantage at short range. The final attachment you're able to buy for this gun is called the Suppressor. The Suppressor is designed to muffle the sound of the gun. This is especially important for anyone looking to use the gun and wants to remain quiet and stealthy. This is what the gun sounds like without the suppressor attached. As you can see, this gun is very loud and it's going to make you almost impossible to stay quiet and stealthy when you're targeting enemies. The sound of the gun also sounds much louder when you compare it to the sound of the gun with the suppressor attached. As you can see, with the suppressor attached, the gun is much more quiet and the sound carries a lot less further. So I always recommend that if you're going to use this gun, you always use the suppressor as one of your 2 attachments no matter what. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to do it for my review of the MP5. Once again, before we go, I'm going to go over the positives and negatives of the weapon and let you guys know whether I think you guys should use the weapon or not. There are definitely many more positives to take from this gun as opposed to the negatives. The first note I put here for the positives was the fast fire rate. SMGs don't have a high damage rating, so having a fast fire rate helps to compensate for that as you're able to fire more bullets in a shorter amount of time. The next positive note I want to make is the very fast reloads. If you're in a big gunfight, you're going to burn through these bullets pretty quick through the 24 round magazine, so it's very important to have fast reloads. This gun has some of the fastest reloads in the game, so you're quickly able to switch magazines and continue fighting. This gun is also extremely accurate when you're firing from close to mid-range, and also if you happen to have to fire from the hip, the gun is also very accurate as long as the enemy is relatively close. Also, having 2 different sights gives you a huge advantage from different distances, with the red dot sight having more of an advantage from far away, with the reflex sight has a bit of an advantage from close up. The gun also has an extremely low recoil, which means if you really need to unload a clip really quick, you can do so, and your gun doesn't really have a whole lot of recoil, so the gun won't be swinging around when you're firing. So I had to try and come up with some negatives for this gun, and it was extremely hard to do. The one gripe I have with this gun, as well as all other SMGs, is that it's not accurate at all from mid to long range. If you're going to make use of this weapon or any other SMG as your primary weapon, I definitely recommend you have an assault rifle with a scope or a sniper as a backup weapon. This way, if you spot an enemy that's far away and you want to engage him right away, you can always switch to one of the other weapons. With this gun, it's almost impossible to hit from a long range, and you can easily burn through an entire clip or more just trying to take out a single enemy. Also, due to the frequent reloads you're going to have to do with the high fire rate, I definitely don't recommend it if it's going to be a big gunfight. You're going to burn through your ammo pretty quick with this gun, especially if you're going to enter in a big gunfight. So what I usually do is if I'm going to enter an area where I know there's going to be a big gunfight, I'll use the MP5 to quickly take out a bunch of enemies from close range, and then I'll switch to my assault rifle and use that as my primary weapon throughout the fight. And to answer the question whether or not I recommend this gun, absolutely fuck yes. If you're going to use it, my recommended setup is the red dot sight with the suppressor. The suppressor is a given because it keeps the gun quiet and makes you able to take out enemies and remain undetected. Although the reflex sight is optimized for targets that are at a very close range, the red dot sight is also very effective I find, so if I had to choose between one of the 2, I would definitely always choose the red dot sight as it's good for both. But like I said, this weapon is probably my favorite in the game. The SMG class is probably my favorite in the game, so I definitely recommend you use it, and you can definitely use it as a primary weapon. But you're also going to want to have some sort of an assault rifle with a scope or a sniper rifle. That way if the enemies are far away, you can quickly and easily take them out. That's pretty much going to do it for my review of the MP5. If you guys have any additional comments or you have your own opinion, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, I'll be doing a new weapon every few days. If you guys have any requests, definitely leave them in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Other than that, guys, this will be VHU signing off. Peace out.